The Clutch and Wiggle experience is for mature audiences only. Listener discretion is advised. Things that offend you may include, but are not limited to, flatulation, setting flatulation on fire, defecation, urination, spelling words with urination, motorboating, masturbation, vaginal, oral, or anal sex, ATM, or foul language. Now please enjoy the Clutch and Wiggle experience.
So you, the listener, like live internet radio and podcast, right? Well, what about ones broadcast atop a real air hockey table? What about ones that turn legit fecal subject matter into pure entertainment? According to PodGods Network CEO Adam Barker, this is the raunchiest show on their network. This show was once referenced as the Ron and Fez of internet radio. They'll never be number one, but they're always in the conversation. So who is this show? Well, it's the Clutch and Wiggle experience. Meet Rob, a.k.a. Clutch.
Hold on to your panties. What good is a voice on radio? I want to see pictures. What? We're the raunchiest. Who can talk about shit coming out of one's anus and make it funny?
Meet Craig, a.k.a. Wiggle.
A cunt with great shoes is still a cunt. I barely do any work around here as it is. If I have to do any more, I'm going to need a pay increase. I bowled a 258 in a pink bunny suit drinking vodka. I'm the fucking man. Look, I'm just glad that you're wearing the high heels because when you're in the kitchen, you can reach the high shelf in the cabinet, get the things that you need. Alright, and when you're done making my dinner and cleaning up, at least I know that I don't have to do anything to assist with that.
And on third mic is lovable Ditz.
I'm a ditz. What can I say? I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth next. Yeah, you got to have that hoe in there. Whether I spit, whether I swallow is a subject for another day. Boobs are awesome. I'll be honest, women's shit. Big old piles of it. You guys are easy. I could just sit here and just say pussy, 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 pussy.
That doesn't do it.
You guys be happy for it? Happy as clams.
So, have you ever experienced the Clutch and Wiggle? Well, you're about to.
See those voices that you start hearing. They be from the old Clutched Wiggle experience. You know, the live one. You know, the live one. Live. On CWEradio.com plus pussy. It is live. We will say it's a date of April 3rd, 2014 at 10 after 7 Eastern. With me as always, live, is my virtual buddy Opalo mine, Mr. Craig Wiggle. Hello, sir. How are you doing this live week?
I don't think he's with us.
That's wonderful.
Emergency brake?
I don't know. Let's try this. Let's lower it all the way down. All the way down. We'll stop the music. Mr. Craig Wiggle, are you with us, sir? Or did he forget to unmute his mic?
That could be.
Is Mr. Craig Wiggle going to be the big douchebag on this week's podcast show? I think.
I showed up. What happened?
What?
I totally just got back.
What the fuck? Holy shit! You come 5 minutes before the damn thing starts. We have all these testicle difficulties.
I fixed them.
Yeah, and then you run away.
Well, I didn't have time for my pre-show dump, so I had to start it post-show.
This is what people have been waiting for after 2 weeks? You taking a dump?
Well, yeah.
Was it soft or hard?
It was fast and loose.
So now that we know his dumps are fast and loose, Ditzy, how are you doing, sweetheart?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Did you miss us?
I did miss you guys. I had to listen to some back episodes just to keep up with my Clutch and Wiggle guys.
Did you hear that? She got a little backed up listening to our past shows.
You know
I
what
did.
I have to say about that?
What do you have to say about that?
Damn fine deep dick Ditz on a stick.
That was funny. Apparently she's virtual twice.
Damn fine deep dick Ditz on a stick boom boom.
Wow.
Don't blame me.
Huh?
Cool.
Go ahead and Skype us during this show, folks. It's just go ahead and add Clutch and Wiggle. I'll keep my eye on the thing and we'll add you and yada yada yada. Go ahead and visit us, cwradio.com/live. Put in a handle in the chat room. Come chat with us with every little bits and pieces of the stories that we talk about this week. Just remember, we are four boobs with time on our hands, podcasting mental masturbation for your immature pleasures. So what happened over the past 2 weeks? Anybody got anything special?
I went to the theater.
You went to the theater?
I did.
Did you shoot Lincoln?
I did not shoot Lincoln. And I went and saw Smokey Joe's Cafe, which is a musical. It was very, very fabulous. Highly recommend it.
I don't know. Sounds a little gay.
It's not gay. It's really entertaining.
I'm sorry, but it still sounds gay.
Yeah, it still sounds gay, yeah.
The cat agrees with you.
No.
Usually the cat's yelling at me, but that's usually a different kind of cat.
Oh, gotcha.
The vagina.
Ah, yeah, vagina.
Vagina.
Nice.
Oh, Jesus. Are you drinking this week? No, not you.
Oh. Okay.
The other
Me?
one. Yeah.
No, I have non-alcoholic wine.
So there was a little side conversation happening where somebody was listening to the last live show that we had and admitted with lots of shame that she was shit-faced drunk.
That's it?
Less.
That's all it took?
I don't drink because I'm actually on medicine, so I shouldn't be drinking.
Okay.
So I normally don't drink, so when I do drink, it hits me hard nowadays.
So Craig, knowing that, I'm sure you're drooling at the mouth to say, how good of a show did she do with her deep-dicked penis guy over there that last show?
I'm blown away that all he's got to do is buy a 6-pack and a jar of lube, and he's set for like a 5-day vacation.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh,
wow! That's all it takes for an A+ Ditz appearance on this show.
Some Vaseline. You ready to go, baby?
I'm a little bit classier than just Vaseline.
Oh,
but not the Molson, I noticed.
How about Pabst Blue Ribbon and some spit?
Yeah, I was drinking some pretty nice whiskey.
Okay, whiskey and the old leakage from the mustard bottle.
Ew! No, nothing like that.
Let's see. How about some Boone's and some rainwater?
No.
How about some Colt 45 and some Pam?
Ooh, Pam. I like Pam.
No aerosols coming anywhere near that area of my body.
but you can cook me breakfast afterward.
See, the cat agrees too.
The cat is missing me because I was not at home last night.
How about
Oh, hold on! I want to explore this one. Rob, I'm shocked. I'm a little disappointed that you didn't pick up on that.
It's because you stiff-armed my mouth in order to rip her a new one.
Please carry on. A little bit more than that.
The cat is divulging secrets, one meow at a time.
Yes, he missed me. What can I say? So now he's trying to make up for it by telling me all about everything that's happened while I was gone.
You should see what happened to the peanut butter. Oh no, we stepped in.
The fuck you didn't come home? I could get a lot more raw, but I think I'm going to pass for the moment.
Wow. That was bad.
All right.
Can we hear your what do you call it? Can we hear your cat interpretation again, please?
No, not after you treated me that way, you douche.
I'm not a douche. I just want to hear you perfect your
King douche. You even got a crown.
King douche. Wow. The show title, King douche.
King douche with his ass crown.
Nah, I don't like wearing my royalty that low on my body.
Okay. I wear my crown on my penis. I'm proud of it.
So we call you Prince Wiggle. Is that it?
Crown hung low.
Crown hung low.
So is that like a cigar band?
Ooh. Oh, ow.
Hey, whoa. Wow, hold on now. Oh, it's larger than a tiara, okay? I'll just tell you that.
Oh, I see.
Wow. 2 weeks of non-live pent-up frustration, and this is what comes out.
Well, I'm still show prep, so I'm kind of half listening.
Half listening, okay.
Yeah, you emailed me something about a ram it in me. That's what I'm looking at. Right
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I know. And I'm working on it. Not the way you might think.
Okay, all right. So while you're working on your lube it in me, there was more special lunch talk over the past couple of weeks that we haven't had a live show. Anybody want to hear what that was about?
Sure.
What was it? Oh, right,
Yes,
yeah.
The old lunch talk. Where do I start? So I'm just
the old water cooler conversation.
No, this isn't. No, this is nowhere near water cooler conversation. This is probably like the water fountain that the building puts in, like near the janitor's closet in the basement type talk.
It's actually right next to my office.
You have your office literally was moved to the pooper?
Yes.
Speaking of pooper, you know what phrase I've been using a lot lately?
Dumper?
No. I want to stick it in where the poo comes out.
Stick it in where the poo comes out?
Yeah.
Best you got? And I'm the one that was terrible? That's the best you can do?
I thought we were adults. Adults don't say poo.
Well, come on, think about it. I want to stick my dick where the poo comes out.
I get the message. I mean, I understand what you're trying to say, but poo?
Yeah, it's funny. I want to stick you where the poo comes out, because then you got to kind of think, where does the poo... Oh, see?
I don't have to think about it.
Some people do.
Some people actually have to think about that?
Hey, the ones who haven't had it in their ass a long time, yeah. Anyway, so the lunch talk conversations surrounded, again, by the female persuasion. I don't recall if there were males in there, but if they were quite quiet. Having to do with the size of breasts during their pregnancies.
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying.
And they hurt, from what I understand.
Mm-hmm. Leaning into talk, obviously, of pregnancy and OBGYNs being shared with your mother.
Wait, what does Star Wars have to do with this?
No, that's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I know. What does Star Wars have to do with this?
No. See, an OBGYN looks at the vagina while you're pregnant.
And what does he do with the Force?
Rams it in her.
Where does the lightsaber come in? Because I kind of like where this is going.
Goes in where the poo comes out.
So is that what goes on in those real secret appointments?
Yes, where your ankles are shackled to two little steps on the little bed there, yeah. Right,
so
Ditz?
Doctor's appointment.
Stirrup.
Your Jedi training. What the hell?
So it goes to sharing OBGYNs between a mother and a daughter and having the doctor say, hey, you look just like your mom.
Creepy?
Yeah.
Wait, the doctor saying this?
Yeah. I don't know if this was legit conversation. This is just what was said.
You know, I will say this, though. At a time like that, when a doctor's doing something so intimate, it wouldn't surprise me if a doctor tries to,
loosen it up a little?
Well, no, bad wording. No, just try to lighten the mood a little bit and make small talk.
Yeah.
I don't want my OBGYN to make small talk.
Say that again?
I don't want my OBGYN to do any small talk. To get in, you get it done, you move on.
I don't know. I think I'd want to put him through a couple of preliminary tests if I were a woman. Like I'd walk in there and be like, here's 3 tennis balls. Show me you can juggle. Let me see how crafty those hands are before they go anywhere near me.
While your piss flaps are just out hanging out in the breeze, you want the OBGYN to juggle in front of you?
I want to see how well he works under pressure.
No. That's all I have to say to that one.
I'm not gonna. I'm hoping that the lady wouldn't ask the doctor to juggle, considering that what he probably saw in the next room over looked similar to a fucking tuna fish sandwich, preferably on rye. But unfortunately, he probably saw pimento loaf. Okay, and then he's gonna come into your room thinking, "All right, clean slate. Let's go in," and you want him to juggle.
And also put on a fresh set of gloves. Let's not forget that.
That goes without saying.
No, you know what? You'd be surprised. I read a book about how often doctors change their gloves and wash their hands. The numbers will make you never want to step foot into a doctor's office or hospital ever again. You know what the percentage was? Take a guess.
25.5.
11.
That's close.
Wow.
Is that not the most... If you do not see them put on a fresh set of gloves right in front of you, you need to demand it. And you know what? I'm not a germaphobe, not by any means at all. But with where these people are touching other people, and obviously if you're in the hospital, there's something wrong with you in the first place. So what's the first place the doctor's going to do? Touch that spot that's bothering you.
You just don't want another man's you just don't want another man's onion nuts to be touched to yours.
You know what? That falls into the realm of crossing swords, and you're right. I don't want that.
It's like the docking of nuts.
No docking. That could be a show title, my friend. No docking.
Well, I was going to say the docking of nuts, but that's fine. As long as we get docking and nuts together, right?
You want to throw the word Jedi in there, too?
Jedi, huh?
You know, OBGYN Kenobi?
All right. Docking of Jedi nuts. How about that?
May the force be between your pants.
There you go. So we go from the OBGYN to the doctor saying, "Oh, you look like your mom," to enlarge clits.
Oh.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I don't know, but somebody said, "Hey, look, it even comes with a hood too."
What?
Yes.
I'm usually more interested in what's under the hood.
Most of the time, women don't talk like that. Just so you guys know, we don't really sit around talking vaginas.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
I don't think I've ever had a vagina conversation with a woman.
That's
maybe
a load of bullshit. You're walking around, you're having vagina conversations, you're having pillow fights with one another.
You're probably fucking diddling in front of somebody else too.
No.
I'm not buying.
No, it doesn't happen.
I declare bullshit.
You can declare bullshit all you want, but it doesn't make it true. I've had more vagina conversations with men than I have with women.
I think you're just hanging out with the wrong women.
Bullshit.
Wait.
Bullshit.
And that computer woman...
Yeah, we... apparently we have a fourth mic.
The computer woman can call it bullshit all she wants. Still doesn't make it true.
My vagina looks like a Volvo.
How many miles does it have on it? You know who this is? This is Hawk's wife.
Hey.
Miles and miles.
Apparently her computing skills are a little slow this evening.
Yep.
This is Hawk's wife, man. We've extended this bit. If you've listened to our show, I'll play it coming out of break too. If you've
million served.
What?
There you go.
Like McDonald's, million served.
If you've ever listened to our show, or if not, you can go back to previous episodes, or we can just simply describe it. Friends of ours, formerly known as Broadcasting Under the Influence, came up with how do I say this? An impersonation of Stephen Hawking, and we called him Hawks. He would call in every once in a while, and talk some shit and quickly hang up his telephone call. So apparently we now have his wife on the phone with us this week.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Coming long time, big wee wee, oh boy, oh boy.
Wow.
See, coming long time, big wee wee, oh boy, oh boy.
She's a little firecracker, in that wheelchair. I never guessed.
Wow. Wheelchair sex.
That hand that operates that keyboard, I'm sure it's good for other things, too.
Nice and strong.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking Popeye forearm.
Hold on.
Strong knuckles.
Straight from the source.
How many deep can you go? How many deep knuckles? Let's hear that answer.
He's thinking.
Computing.
Superman knuckles away.
Superman knuckles away?
Nice.
Wow. So she thinks she's superhuman.
Apparently.
Nice.
So we have Ditz, who was boring and went to a theater. We have a lot of enlarged clit and OBGYN talk from my end. Mr. Wiggle, dare to talk about conversations you've had in public?
Let me see.
Moose knuckle punch my vagina.
The inflection on words is just... I don't know.
You never want to repeat ever again, I know.
I know.
Let me see. Anything? No, nothing real interesting, I would say. I don't really overhear a lot of conversations such as that.
No, but you created one, if I recall, perhaps last week.
Which one?
Oh, there was some kind of contest during intermissions.
Oh, yes. I would like to thank the let's see,
folks at
necessary sponsor of that of that intermission.
The folks at Premio Sausage.
It was it is close to the premium sausage. I didn't want to mention the specific word. Let's see, if you want to just revisit this completely, we were at the hockey game, and I don't know about you, but I really just kind of hate intermission. It's often kind of boring. People are always running and moving around. It's just kind of uncomfortable, and I'm just kind of waiting for the action to start again. And they do really dumb things to try to keep your interest. You have the little kids playing hockey, which I usually yell very loud, foul things to while they're playing. That's my version of entertainment. But on this very, very special game, we were treated to a Premio sausage Premio sausage eating contest. Sorry, minus the hot dog. And you had, two dudes?
Yes.
That were willing participants of this.
What had occurred is prior to the game starting, I guess they had a contest like they do for 4th of July when they have the Nathan's Hot Dog eating contest. You have a whole line of people eating sausages, and apparently they took the top 2 who had eaten enough, and during an intermission, they plugged them out there for 15,000 people to see. and they essentially had an eat-off between the two gentlemen to see how many sausages they can eat in a predetermined amount of time. And apparently somebody couldn't hold back the conversational talk regarding these.
Well, it got to the point where I was getting, I'm not sure if it was dirty looks or if it was approving looks from the woman in the row in front of us.
You mean the cougar?
Yes, the loud, obnoxious one. Yes, that's the one. Well, obviously, when you go and watch a sausage-eating contest, these people are eating phallic-looking food as fast as they can. How can you not think that it is somehow penis-related? So as we're watching this contest, and everybody in the stands is thinking the same thing. I'm yelling out things. It's like, because the guy's eating sausage and drinking it from his bottled water. And I'm like, take it dry! Take it deep! Relax your throat! Like a loud, obnoxious person throughout the whole section, because there's no hockey going on. I'm really bored, and I'm seeing something inappropriate, so I'm just going to scream everything I can say without being vile, without swearing or using something that's totally obvious. Like if a 4-year-old hears that, they're not going to know what I'm talking about, But if I yelled out something like jam it like a cock, like obviously that's like, okay, look, I got a 4-year-old kid here, shut up. But if I say take it dry and relax your throat, a kid's not going to know what that means. So it was all in good fun, I thought.
Relax your throat is pretty good advice. I mean, if you're in a hot dog eating or sausage eating contest, relaxing the throat probably does help.
Wow, she took it literal. Wow.
On. Keep talking.
What?
No, I like where this is going. Go ahead.
I mean, it's very... What you're yelling was good advice. So, if they decide to take it the wrong way, then that's kind of on them, right?
Well, it was all over them, actually. They had Premio, smeared all over their face. They a big sausagey mess,
Well, it's almost impossible to eat sausage and not make a mess out of it.
So you just want to take that big piece of meat and just slap it all around a woman's face? Is that what you're trying to say?
That's not what I'm trying to say, no.
Oh.
I'm trying to be nice and clean and good about it.
Actually, you know what? That you bring up a good point. I probably could have started saying things like, slap it against your cheeks a couple times before you take it deep. But again, it's not that inappropriate. A kid doesn't know what that means, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
exactly. And again, not bad advice, because if you slap it against your cheeks a few times, then who knows? Maybe that makes it easier to swallow.
Or you could say, watch when you bite down, it squirts out. It's not, that's true, if it's really juicy sausage.
Exactly. See, I think you were actually doing the audience a favor and trying to help out. And if they're taking it the wrong way, then they're the ones with the dirty minds.
I don't know. I think the cougar kind of gave me a half smile. I think she knew what I was talking about.
She took to your comments like a champ.
I think it was like a pro. I think there's a much less kid-friendly story there than we all know.
I think what she was... I honest to God think she got a little moist in the panties when you were talking about this. I really do, because she was squirming a little bit, and I don't know if it was like douche chill related or she squirted a couple times. But she was into what you were saying about the sausage.
Actually, it just so happens that I have her on the line right now, and we can ask her, what do you think about the sausage eating contest? Ma'am?
I like to deep dick Premio sausages until my butthole hurts.
Buddy.
Straight from the cougar's mouth.
You know what? I'm really not sure about that.
Wow. Just wow.
One more time?
I like to deep dick sausages until my butthole hurts.
Everybody's got their style.
Wow.
She is fucking vulgar.
No wonder she was enjoying you so much.
Not the first time that a cougar enjoyed Mr. Craig Wiggle.
No. Well, and with my luck, it won't be the last.
At least you didn't have to take your belt off for this one.
I had it taken off for me the first time.
But you kept
Nice.
but you kept all your clothes.
No, it wasn't nice.
No, he's right. It wasn't nice
It was
at all.
very frightening, actually.
And then when
You let it happen.
and then when she heard, "I'm only 21," she fucking ran for the door.
Nice.
I was like 24.
Whatever. It was younger than 80.
I don't know why she was looking for that geriatric blue pill Viagra, kind of dude. She obviously never found it, because how many other times did we see her, prowling around back there?
And didn't give you another fucking look at all.
That was fine. I ran the other way as soon as I knew she was in the room.
Sure you did.
All those times we had at the pub.
I did.
All those times we had at the pub.
I hid behind other people, if Robert remembers right.
All right. So what do we want to get into next? Do we want to get into this butt lamp thing or the old tampon purse?
The tampon purse.
The butt purse.
No, we can't combine the two. They're two totally different subjects. We'll start with we'll start with the tampon purse first. It's a little it's hard for me to say that. It's a little shorter of a story. So I'm going food. What?
Sausage.
So I was going food shopping on Sunday, going down the bathroom aisle, getting some Listerine for old grandma's dentures. I stop at a at the corner between like the two little aisles that it has. Something caught my eye. I saw a purse. I'm like, what the? Why is there a purse thing here? What is it like? For like a toothbrush? Or, I don't know. Take a closer look at it. It says tampon purse.
Why would you need
I
a
see
purse
it.
just for tampons?
It was like
I could think of a place to put it.
Yeah, I know. And that's where I'm going with it too. Well, apparently the cat wants to get in my room too. It looked like.
Does the cat need a tampon purse?
I think so. I think he does.
Okay.
But I'm looking at it and like, it's a tampon purse. Yet it looks. You know what it actually looked like? You know those the things that make the toilet paper roll, the toilet paper roller kind of thing that you put in there. That's
cardboard.
what it. Huh?
The cardboard middle.
No, not the cardboard middle. The thing that you actually have in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. The spindle thingy. Yeah.
It looked like a spindle thingy.
Well, isn't that kind of like what a tampon looks like?
Yes. Except it didn't come in red, which I was a little disappointed about. But
I don't understand why you would possibly need a special container to hold your tampons. You put them in your purse like a normal person, and you fish them out when you need them. They come packaged, so it's very sanitary, and there's no issue. I think it's just a big old fat marketing gimmick.
You totally lost me at fish it out. Because I just had this image of a fishing pole and a woman and need it. You know what? It's not necessary to really spell it out.
Well, perhaps maybe we can take this tampon purse and try to use it on your. I really hate saying this, but we could try to slap it on the butt lamp. What do you think?
Put it on the butt lamp?
Yeah, we can try to. We can try to slap it, pinch it to it. I don't know, shove it up its butt on the old butt lamp.
Let's fish one out.
Okay. Since you brought this thing to,
I bring up the most ridiculous topics. Let's be honest. How many crazy topics do I bring to your attention?
Quite a few.
Yeah, thank you. This is what I do all day.
Where the hell did you find
you're
this?
working hard.
Where did you find this?
Dude, I go on some freaky websites, as I'm sure you well know. I actually found a website where you can buy, wait for it, Let's see. I'm going to read it right to you. A 20-pound chocolate Lionel Richie head.
That is
Dude, I've been looking for that.
I swear to God.
Excuse me. Is it chocolate you were looking for?
No, it's a 20-pound chocolate Lionel Richie head. It is a bust of his head made out of chocolate. It is.
I got the joke, Rob.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Fucking dumbass.
It's 20-pound head.
I get that it's 20 pounds. What you don't get is I just fucking made a joke about a Lionel Richie song, and you just fucking...
20 pounds. There's a book on how to pee with morning... Or maybe it's a poster. How to pee with morning wood. I'm sure you saw that. I think I put that on Twitter.
That's important things to know.
Something every man needs.
So all right, so we don't. So all right, so we get past the Lionel Richie bust of chocolate to this butt lamp. Apparently,
Yes, I can't load it for some reason.
On this title, it says butt lamp. Pinch it to turn it on, slap it to turn it off.
It's like the clapper, only without the risk of getting an STD.
The lamp is called the Slap It, and it's the coolest lamp that we've ever seen, according to this author. Heck, it's so cool, we want one for our offices. The lamp comes in a form of a particularly shapely buttocks. The coolest part, when you're supposed to... the coolest part is what you're supposed to do in order to turn it on and off. You pinch it to illuminate the light, and you slap it to make it go dark.
That's what I do. I mean, it works with the lamp, too.
Wow. Just wow. Granted, women might not be amused at this, but it's the ultimate lamp for your bachelor pad, apparently. So, Mr. Wiggle, you'll be putting this on your Amazon wish list soon, I assume.
I'm actually waiting for the second-generation lamp, which is going to be the vagina lamp.
Oh, okay. So you pinch it to turn it on and you lick it to turn it off?
We haven't quite determined how it's going to work, but those are two very possible options.
Okay. So what would make it beyond perfect if it actually feels like you're slapping someone's ass? That's probably already asking for too much. So I'm going to ask the two of you to take a guess as to how much this ass lamp would cost or set somebody back.
$1 million.
I'll go a little bit lower.
$49.95.
No, a little bit higher.
$20.
No, I said higher. She said $50, so higher than 50, my friend.
I say 69.
That would be a great marketing thing, but no, it's checked out at $1,200.
What?
Take my money.
$1,200 to slap an ass so you can go to bed at night.
I want two.
That's why women aren't interested in it. And it's not because it's smacking an ass, because we all love to smack asses. It's because we don't spend $1,200 on something stupid like that.
Oh, no, you only buy $1,000 purses. You're right. Those are totally great investments.
They are investments.
Bullshit. Do I need to get the cougar online to get her opinion?
Maybe.
If she's a true cougar, then she'll back me up on this. Purses are investments.
All right, I got to get her back on the phone.
Okay. Yeah, but that's weird. So, I mean, if you think about it, I heard that, pray tell, that Mr. Craig Wiggle actually made a lamp out of a, what was it,
Human ass?
No, a booze bottle or something like that?
Yeah, a Kahlua bottle.
Okay. So if we can actually get one of those, like, real sex dolls or whatever that actually have, like, the real jiggly feeling ass and stuff like that, do you think you'd be able to make a lamp out of that?
Absolutely.
Sure, as long as you have the lamp parts and stuff, you can just shove it right on up in there and you'll be good to go.
Yeah, I could jam it right up in there and make it light up.
And the ass or the spine?
I can just thrust it right through.
Okay.
You could also make it so that the light bulb was sticking out the ass.
Very good. How do you turn it on and off? Is it by the dick or balls or anything like that, or?
The left ball turns it on, the right ball turns it off.
What happens? What happens if you have a 3-way lamp?
Well, that's what the shaft is for.
Mm-hmm.
Just pull for service.
3 pumps and your room has been illuminated.
No, actually, at the third pump, you're done, and you can just, it'll just go dark automatically.
3 pumps and you're done, huh?
Yep.
And it dispenses lotion.
Oh, my God. This is what happens when we were all live for 2 weeks?
We're a little bit rusty, but we're good.
Rusty. Like a trombone?
All right.
No comment.
Wait, what?
I got Cougar on the line, and she's giving her opinion on the expensive purses. Let me see.
Yes, sir. Ma'am.
I take steamy dumps into coach bags. I scoot when I'm done.
Scoots when she's done.
She scoots when she's done.
Scoots when she's done. She's wonderful.
Classy lady.
Yeah, apparently.
She's not a true cougar then.
So what other kind of... No, just because she doesn't agree with you doesn't mean she's not a real lady.
She's not a real cougar because cougars love purses.
Yes, but cougars also love cock in their ass.
She was digging
dick in the ass, premium sausage up the front, whatever she can get. That's what cougars want.
I want it young. That's the key. None of the aged sausage. Has to be like fresh sausage.
Picky, picky, picky.
That's why they're cougars. Duh.
You like the spicy sausage?
Oh, how about the Italian sausage? How about a little kielbasa?
A sweet Italian sausage.
Or a little Polish sausage is not too bad.
Oh, hello.
Do you like a little sausage on your pizza?
I love sausage and pepperoni on my pizza.
Ooh.
That's not what I meant.
I know what you meant. I took it in a different direction.
Oof. Wow.
No.
No, he says. That's terrible.
I like a big sausage pizza in my ass.
Ew. Well, like with all that grease dripping down your thigh, come on. Come on, bro.
I don't even know how you could even take it in.
Oh.
It's not...
Wow, arch your back.
No. It's not... it'd be too flimsy.
Grease my innards, please.
Yeah.
Now I'm just done.
Oh, wow. She's going to end on that one, huh, for the time being?
Yeah.
All right, let's get a little bit into some more serious stuff. Anybody know who Stephen Colbert is?
Love Stephen Colbert.
I know who he is, but I don't watch much. I really don't watch TV. I know exactly like who he is and what he does.
Right.
But that's about as far as it goes.
Okay, well, TV funny man Stephen Colbert might be finding out how it feels when something goes viral in a negative way. Recently, on the Colbert Report, the satirist... I don't know, how do you say that without making it seem like he's like the demon? He's like a satirist? That doesn't sound right, right?
He's the devil. You can just say it that way.
Okay.
I think you said it right the first way.
The satirist?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It sounds weird, but anyway. The satirist made fun of the Washington Redskins owner Dan Snyder when he recently announced that the Redskins Original Americans Foundation Snyder created the charity to provide resources that offer a genuine opportunity for tribal communities, according to the press release. But Colbert mocked it in an attempt at positive PR for the NFL, team, and its controversial name, which may be considered racist. Yes, the Washington Redskins that's another topic that they think is racist. But playing off,
might be considered racist.
Yeah. Anyway, that's another topic to get into. Playing off the segment, the verified Twitter account of the Colbert Report, often written in the persona of a blowhard TV host character that Colbert actually plays on his Comedy Central show, posted a tweet to its 1 million followers stating, "I am willing to show #Asian community I care by introducing the Ching Chong Ding Dong Foundation for sensitivity to Orientals or whatever."
Oh, wow.
Ching Chong Ding Dong is a reference to a satirical Asian caricature Colbert has assumed on the show in the past, including January of 2011 segment where he was attacking Rush Limbaugh. It also was a part of last week's segment about the Redskins. After the outrage had erupted on social media, that tweet was then deleted, but not before a hashtag came out that said "Cancel Colbert." Many minorities have been angered by this tweet. In these pictures that are shown, a Susie Park, which is an Asian-looking caricature for the AVI, hashtag Cancel Colbert because white liberals are just as complicit in making Asian Americans into punchlines, and we aren't amused. A woman by the name of Danny, "I just don't understand what's so hard about admitting @Redskins is racist without throwing other groups under the bus." Hashtag Cancel Colbert. A Middle Eastern-looking woman, Arnisa, "Etus, Stephen, not funny. It doesn't prove your point. It makes you, quote-unquote, no better than racist." Hashtag Colbert, Cancel Colbert. As an update to the story, like it was mentioned, Stephen Colbert writes that the offending tweet that was sent from Comedy Central's show verified to the Twitter account was not written by him. He also says that he's unaware who wrote it. The Colbert Report Twitter account also sent out tweets as early as Friday denying that he had anything to do with the tweet. And then it's mentioned to scroll down for updates and things like that. So the question I have for the two of you is, what are your comments on in my opinion, this shit? Ditzy?
It's bullshit. I mean, basically, people are being way overly sensitive. He shouldn't have posted it. It's not funny. And so he can take it off, whatever. But people are being way too sensitive in saying that he needs to be canceled because of one comment. I mean, what he does for a living is poke fun at everybody and everything. That's his job. He's a comedian. He's not a newsman. He's a comedian. And there's a difference.
Mr. Wiggle?
You know what? That is a good point. He is a comedian, and you know what? Sometimes with comedians, your jokes aren't funny. Your jokes backfire. Sometimes it's just not a good joke. But like the article stated, he is a satirist or a satirist, whatever you want to call it. Okay, which means that, yes, he is making a joke, but there is also a level of truth to it. What he's trying to do is make a comparison. Oh, let me come up with this Asian group, to make what I'm doing okay. Similarly to what Dan Snyder has done. Okay, I'm using, the Redskins name, which some people find offensive. So to help offset that, I'm going to set up a foundation to, help benefit those people. I honestly don't think the Redskins name is really that offensive to people.
Neither do I.
I think it's a very small niche group, just like, words, affect other cultures, or words offend other cultures. Most people don't give a shit. You think Redskins is the only possibly offensive name, in any sport? You don't think that, the New England Patriots. Okay, well, you're taking a patriot, which is something that people died over for their country, and you're prancing a football team around, as we're the Patriots. We're the Patriots. No, you're not. You're a football team. Okay, you didn't die for this country. You didn't go to war. You didn't do anything to honor that name or that title. You made it up. I'm sure there's other names too that I could think of. I just haven't. I didn't show prep beforehand. there's, in being a satirist, he speaks from a different viewpoint. He'll make a joke, but it's a joke that makes you think. George Carlin was famous for doing things like that. There's things I see online all the time. I saw something posted online not long ago where it said it showed a panda, and it said racism is stupid. I'm black and white and Asian, and everyone loves me. It's like, all right, well, that's kind of funny, and it does make you think. Well, racism is kind of stupid.
You do, no, you have a point. I mean, then again, we're at least from my standpoint is, just on my side of it is, he made a joke. Okay, some Asian jokes are funny. Should they offend people? No. I mean, again, we keep hammering the point that I think this society has become just pussy whipped society where it's like they want to be all, politically correct, puffing their chest out, while they're in public, and then when they probably go behind closed doors, they're letting off vulgarity. They're probably saying similar, if not worse, jokes, to their friends while they're playing cards or whatever, or, get them drunk and you find out what they really think about stuff. It's the other story that came out, too, to kind of piggyback onto this one, was Louis CK, another comedian. He recently did Saturday Night Live, and as part of his monologue, he actually went through like a comedy routine. He didn't go, it wasn't necessarily like an SNL skit that people may realize. But essentially his monologue, he had mentioned that he gets real about God, about heaven, women, and wife beaters, the actual shirt itself.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go ahead and read a little bit of this. One of the best parts about Louis CK hosting Saturday Night Live is that nearly 10 minutes of a new stand-up we get to see during his opening monologue. This time, after riffing about first world hunger and explaining why going to see his child's play was basically torture, Louis got real about religion, even doing some crowd work by asking people to clap if you think you're going to heaven. The audience loved the bit, but people who say God isn't real because they can't quote-unquote see him, and then he side commented that I haven't seen 12 Years a Slave yet, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. How reasonable is it? How it's reasonable to think that there might be a God but no heaven. Louis then went on to raise an interesting question about our Father. What happened to our mom? He says. His guess is that either something suspicious happened up there, somewhere in heaven there's a porch with a dead lady under it, or God's divorced single father who's raising us on his own. His material on why God is perceived to be a man led to some poignant jokes about women's rights, including how messed up it was that women couldn't vote until 1920, but its piece de resistance was probably his final bit, in which he pointed out that the absurdity of people calling men's underwears wife beaters without batting an eye, quote unquote. He says, women have had a tough time. It was okay to beat your wife until recently, that today we have that kind of shirt that is named after it. There's a piece of clothing in our culture affectionately nicknamed after beating the crap out of your wife, and for some reason this is offensive to nobody. So he caught shit from that because he was bringing in this whole wife beater woman thing, and also saying that, from a Catholic religion standpoint, that the mother who quote unquote gave birth to all of us is dead under a porch. Comments or suggestions from the Peanut Gallery?
It's jokes. They can be bad, they can be good. It's jokes. That's, you can't walk around with a chip on your shoulder getting offended after everything someone says. You'll never get anything done. I mean, it's stupid. It's the whole respect thing. Everybody walks around with, don't disrespect me. Don't disrespect me. What the hell? It doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. Respect is earned. Jokes are funny or not funny. It's all words. That's all it is. It's just words. And we can respond and figure out what we want to do based upon what someone says, it's stupid.
Well, it doesn't help either that when someone makes a possibly offensive remark, it's not even an offensive remark. It could be a possibly offensive remark, like the Duck Dynasty comment, regarding marriage and gay marriage, where it was actually a well-educated and I thought, well thought out response. There was nothing inappropriate about it. It's just it was a controversial topic, and it shouldn't even be a controversial topic. That's something different. But there was nothing wrong with what he said, other than that it may not have been the opinion people wanted to hear. The response from the general media, both social media and the professional media, and I use the words professional media
loosely,
very loosely, because there's really nothing professional about them anymore. They're really a big joke of themselves. It just needs to stop, because they're breeding a very panicky and super sensitive culture. To me, it's going down the same road as you can't. You can't offend anybody. Can't offend anybody. Can't offend it. Oh, we'll play sports. Well, nobody can win. Nobody can lose. Everybody has to be happy. We're not going to keep score. You're gonna breed a culture of total zombies. You can't say anything that could be mistaken as an offensive comment. You can't even tell a woman that works in an office, "Wow, you look really pretty today." You, honest to God, you can't get away with that anymore.
No, because
that because that's a sexist remark. What the hell is sexist about that? You're making a benign comment or compliment, and you can get fired for saying that now. What the fuck is going on?
It's 1984, like you mentioned in the last episode.
Damn right, somebody remembers my shit. How about that?
See?
Wiggle's got a following.
It all.
It's really in the shithole.
It all works out in the end, right? We're all just going to be dust particles and floating around, and we're just all going to look at it, spiritually look at each other in the end and go, "What the fuck was that all about down there?"
Seriously, it's because we're too young of a country. We got to grow up.
I think we have to stop being fake faggots. I think that's what it needs to be.
I think people need to be more offensive. I know it sounds... I'm actually half serious with that. I really think people just need to be more offensive.
You know what? No, you have a good point. You just need to be able to not say what you want all the time, but be able to speak your mind, throw a joke out if you need to. And people who are listening need to do more than just do a knee-jerk reaction and go, "Oh, you were trying to do a joke? I didn't find it funny. It was stupid." And then walk away. And don't listen to any of it. Don't take it word for word. Don't rip it apart for your own, "Oh, I'm going to fuck him over for doing it." Like complimenting a woman. You can say, "Oh, you look pretty today." A cheesy comeback is go, "What, I wasn't pretty yesterday?" No, that person will go, "Oh, I was offended because you think, I'm just pretty today. You must think I'm ugly every other day. So now I'm going to go to HR and you're going to get fired." You're taking it into the wrong extreme. You take it for face value. You take it in the big picture. And if you don't like it, walk away. It's like we always say, if you don't like what you're hearing on the radio, you don't like what you're seeing on TV, if you're checking something out, change the channel, turn it off, walk away from it. Do something else. Don't beat it like a dead horse when it's not supposed to do that.
Right. Don't dwell on it. Right. It's like, look, if I go to the movie theater and I watch a movie and it's a terrible movie, yeah, I paid $10 to see the movie. I walk out of the movie and I go, "Wow, that movie was horrible. I'm never going to watch it again." I don't go on social media, put together a protest group, end up protesting every theater that plays it, harassing the studio, and make a giant spectacle of it. I just walk away.
And I think that's all we need to do. And I think for right now, do you think it's a good time to kind of walk away from the mics, get us some more booze, and take our dumps and peas, and come back in the second half a little bit strong?
Yeah, I got to peel off these bat wings.
You got to peel off the bat wings? All right.
I told peel off these bat wings.
All right, folks. Stay tuned. On the other side of the commercial break, we have, let's do a quick rundown here. We got Ditzy's Question of the Week, which she did not give us. She wants to surprise us when we talk about it. Oh, yeah. So, oh, God. We're going to go ahead and talk about the...
Right?
Huh?
I'm playing the music this week?
Yes, sir.
All right, the last one I'm playing is Crooked. Just so you know. Because we don't have that off my communication anymore.
Wow. Just... Second half, we have... We'll be talking about the richest commercial actors that we see on TV. Apparently, Google will help you bury bodies. You can go to ATMs to purchase cupcakes. And we'll talk about the newest fad that teens are going ahead and smoking. And from one of our listeners, it was an email that was sent to us simply titled Dumpster Sex. So stay tuned for the other side of the break here on the Clutch and Wiggle Experience, live here on CWEradio.com, hashtag CWEN. We'll be back.
Hi, this is Sierra from NaturalDivide.com, and you're listening to Clutch and Wiggle on CWEradio.com.
Hi everyone, it's your friendly neighborhood podcast voiceover lady, Rita Ramnani here. I'm here to tell you about some changes that have occurred regarding a couple of podcasts on the Barker Podcast Collection. Well, you may have noticed the Oddcast Podcast UK has changed its name. That's right, it will no longer be a mouthful to say, thank goodness, nor will it be the 500,000th show of that name on the internet. Instead, the show has taken on the name, wait for it, the Not Listening Podcast. Pretty simple. To coincide with the popular blog of the same name, the podcast has now become simply #NotListening. This doesn't actually affect the way you listen to the show, as it's still on the same feed and can still be found at barkerpodcast.webs.com. Also, the other show, It's Not Soccer, has integrated itself into the Not Listening podcast, meaning the same format will now be moved over to this show. Are you still with me? It's not that difficult, I swear. All this means is that if you want to keep listening to Adam and Billy, and I mean if, on It's Not Soccer, you will have to subscribe and follow the Not Listening podcast. Show formats are staying the same, it's simply a new name. Much like Opal Fruits becoming Starburst, or Marathon Bars becoming Snickers. So there you go. A few changes to your favourite podcasts. Right, I'm off now. Enjoy the rest of your day. Seriously, does Adam really think a name change would improve this awful fucking show? Anyone?
Parents, are you having a hard time finding a reliable yet cost-effective place to take your children while you take care of your day-to-day errands? Come to Crooked Hanger Daycare Center, where we take pride in taking care of your little shit machines. You'll be able to go to the salon to check up on your new weave or extensions, take in a movie, go to lunch with your baby daddy, or just light up a spliff and chill. Crooked Hanger Daycare Center is open 24 hours a day, so you can pick up those little bastards after your shift ends at the titty bar. We are conveniently located right next to Clutch's Crab Shack in the downtown area. We accept cash, major credit cards, money orders, WIC, and food stamps. Availability is limited, so hurry today to ensure care for your little mistake.
Are you tired of everyday radio? Mm-hmm. Doesn't it suck there's only AM and FM?
Yeah, and, well, I mean, there's Sirius and XM, yeah, CDs or satellites, iTunes, Tic Tacs. Yeah,
well, that's besides the point, because we bring it straight to you now via the internet.
Ooh, really? Do tell.
Well, it's very simple. All you got to do is go to CWEradio.com, and you can listen 24 hours a day.
That's cool, but wait.
Yeah, I'm not near my computer 24 hours a day.
Then I guess you're just shit out of luck, aren't you?
Damn it.
Wait, you're not.
Really?
Because you can download onto your smartphones the TuneIn Radio app. Just search Clutch and Wiggle.
Well, what if I don't have a smartphone?
Then you're fucked.
All right.
But for the rest of you, swing on by CWEradio.com and check out all the great shows like A Little Punch Drunk.
Ooh, I like them.
Yeah, they're cool.
And, well, I can't really think of any others, but you can listen to A Little Punch Drunk.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm good with that.
So just swing on by CWEradio.com. Enjoy.
In a world where entertainment has been diluted to the lowest common denominator,
$1 makes me holler, honey boo-boo.
One podcast has vowed to bring laughter to all.
I know two things in this world right now.
Okay.
That I don't know anything, and that I want a lightsaber.
I'm sorry, was I having phone sex with your wife?
This entire show has gone to comic.
Welcome to Cockamania.
Mark.
There's voices in my head that no one else can hear.
I will
defend Dick till the end.
Joanna.
I kind of had a thing for Mr. Peanut.
be surrounded by cops, essentially.
Really, it's like a life ambition of yours.
Mike.
The human autocorrect. If I did it all of the time I wanted to, no one would be friends with me.
They may not always get along.
You were only a dick because you called me a douche.
You were a douche, but that's the point. I wasn't a dick. You actually were a douche.
But at least they're professional.
Now we have to do it again. Get my phone up.
It's crazy, random happenstance.
You're going bionic arms and legs.
Bionic arms and legs.
I'm
You're
going bionic hair.
Totally a guy-girl thing.
Subscribe to Crazy Random Happenstance by searching CRH in iTunes or Stitcher, or go to crhpodcast.com.
Look in my eyes, what do you see? The cult of personality.
What you're about to listen to is part of the Podgods Network. If you go to podgodsnetwork.com, you'll find other great shows there too. If you have a problem with this or any other show, please write it in an email. And go fuck yourself. Have a nice day.
Hello, this is Steven. Fucking Hawkins. And you're listening to the best show on internet radio, the Clutch and Wiggle Experience. Remember, fuckers, it's not just a show, it's a goddamn experience.
Yes, indeed, the Clutch and Wiggle Experience back here live. Hour number dose. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter. Just go to clutchwiggleexp.com. Go to the About page. You'll find out bios on us and find out where you can get us on social media. You can also find out where you can download our shows like iTunes, Stitcher, Podomatic, like the Podgods Network. And you can hear us replayed on rockincomedy.com. So a nice little 2-song break there, apparently, during that thing. Somebody fudged that one up. Kind of making up for the last time that you couldn't play music. Now wasn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't play any music, I had to play 2 songs, not quite consecutively this time.
Right, just to wet your palate of the inability a few weeks ago to do that.
No,
huh?
I was totally downstairs eating pizza. And it was halfway through song 2 before I came upstairs and went, "Fuck."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I totally shit the bed on that one.
Yeah, it's gonna be all your fault. It's fine.
I'm still getting used to the new setup. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it.
Okay. And we have Ditz back. She's not too pissed off enough to continue with the show, is she?
No, I'm here and ready to roll.
Ready to roll? Who says that?
Me.
Okay.
See, I don't know if I'm quite ready for her to be ready to roll.
Well, you're going to have to. You want to know why?
No. Yes.
And now, the Ditzy Question of the Week.
Did you just say, oh, fucking shit?
Said, holy shit.
Yay! It's Ditzy's Question of the Week, guys. And it's a good one this week.
Oh, shit. I'm sitting down for this one.
So, my question of the week is, if there was a way to make your cum taste better, would you do it? Did I make you a little speechless?
Craig, you want to go first?
No, that's why I'm being quiet. I actually have a very simple answer to this. The answer is no. I'm not the one that's ingesting it or having it blown all over my face. So it's really not a concern to me what the hell it tastes like. Now, if I had a choice to make it easier to clean up, yes, that might be something I'd be interested in. Maybe. But as far as taste goes, no, that's never a thought.
Okay.
So you are not a very thoughtful lover. Got it.
This is news.
No, not really. You are correct in that.
It's apparently, as soon as that last drop comes out, he's already kicking her out with clothes in her hands. Hopefully one shoe on, one shoe off, limping to the cab, I would assume.
Well,
Sounds
she
like
usually
it.
is limping, yes.
All right, okay. So I have a question for your question. What the fuck does it taste like?
Well, it's kind of salty and, you know, I'm not a person, personally, I'm not a big fan. Because it's warm and salty and kind of saline tasting, and I'm not a big fan.
Okay.
There you go. You asked, I answered.
Okay.
So
you're not a big fan, but what does it taste like? Apparently I said saltiness. Okay. What flavor the fuck do you want it to be?
Well,
You want it fucking coming out of my weenus like fucking margarita?
supposedly, if you eat fruit like pineapple and citrus fruits like oranges and stuff,
I got this,
it's supposed
Craig.
to make
I
it
still got
sweet.
this. Okay.
So if you had a
What if I
woman
eat
in
a
your
lot of
life-
mayonnaise?
No.
What if I just eat a whole fucking thing of asparagus and just shove it in your mouth?
Yuck.
You said you wanted it to be a different flavor, so I'm choosing asparagus.
No, it's supposed to be sweet and tasty, like fruit or Tootsie Rolls.
No, you know what a Tootsie Roll tastes like? When you're licking the shit out of my asshole.
It does not. I like Tootsie Rolls.
Apparently we have different ideas of what quote-unquote Tootsie Roll is.
Tootsie Roll? No. Tootsie Roll's not poop. It's Tootsie Roll is a yummy chocolate candy.
So what you're saying is that I want to put my pee-pee where the Tootsie Roll comes out.
No.
That sounded like a question. That sounded like a question, right? To you, Mr. Craig?
I'm kind of not really sure where this is going at all.
I'm not either.
Right, it's right back to shit like it always should be.
I still want to know what happens if I eat a lot of mayonnaise.
You have high cholesterol.
Yeah, that's about it.
All right. Well, what happens to the woman? Let me put it that way.
She gets rich because you die young.
There you go.
Wait, you're assuming I have money.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about the whole, buying a house and everything. And
Yeah. Well, since we're on that topic of money, we can move on to the 7 richest commercial actors.
Ooh.
For those who actually watch TV of the crew here. Found this article to be a little, not odd, but eyebrow-raising.
Mm-hmm.
Commercials, once just the reserve of our radios, billboards, and TVs, have now extended onto our phones, desktops, podcasts, and streaming videos. Daily, we're exposed to literally hundreds of adverts and models and actors in them. But do we even know their names? Most likely not. But when it comes to making it big as an actor in Hollywood, hopefuls quickly learn that it's very tough business to break into, and adverts are rarely a quote-unquote big break. While making it on television show or starring in a film may be the ultimate goal, many actors pay the bills by booking commercials. So, in fact, celebrities that we know today, like Seth Green or Sarah Michelle Gellar or Leonardo DiCaprio and more, got their start by starring in commercials and getting the exposure that they needed to make it big. On the notably of course, there's always the celebrities and athletes making appearances in commercials, contributing to their talents or just their names and faces to a product. Like Isaiah Mustafa, an example of the former professional football player who became the face of Old Spice, portraying the man your man could smell like in a commercial that went viral. 24 and the unit actor Dennis Heisbert has become a spokesperson for Allstate, and his iconic Allstate, "Are you in good hands?" rings in the ears of viewers all over North America. I have a problem with that. They did not put in Major League, okay, as a film reference, because if Joe Boo doesn't help him, he says "fuck you."
That was him?
Yeah.
Really?
I say "fuck you, Joe Boo." I go do myself.
I had no idea that was him until right now.
See, you learn something every day.
Yeah, stop that.
So you may know 5 of the following characters that we're going to be talking about by their character names, but let us introduce you to the people who are behind them. Starting at number 5, we have Flo from Progressive, right? We all know Flo?
Mm-hmm. She only made it to number 5?
Yeah. Because her name is Stephanie Courtney, one of the dumb shits who have 2 first names in their name. Coming in at number 5 at only $1 million.
Wow.
Only $1 million.
Yeah, I would think that she would have made a lot more than that.
She apparently doesn't suck enough dick.
Apparently not.
Coming in at number 4 is Diane Amos, who you may know as the Pine Sol Lady, the black one.
Okay.
Really?
She makes more than Flo?
She makes $2.5 million.
That is horrendous.
For cleaning your tabletops.
Fire her ass so I can buy Pine Sol cheap, would you?
We could. We have coming in at number 3, Carly Folkes. You may know her as riding the pink motorcycle in the T-Mobile commercials.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, coming in at $3 million. $3 million for a fucking phone thing.
And she's only in those commercials for like 3 seconds.
Yeah. Or at least showing her face. And a lot of those motorcycle things, she's got a stupid helmet on. The only thing better than that would have a helmet in her. Number 2 comes up at... What? Huh?
Every time I watch TV, there is.
Number 2, that's a poop joke, comes as Dean Winters, making $4 million. You may know Dean Winters as Mayhem.
Nope. Oh, sure.
In the Allstate commercials. You know the guy that's the apparent accident?
Oh, that's the dude from Oz.
Yes, Oz or 30 Rock or Law & Order SVU or Sex and the City.
Wait, he was on... all right, I thought he was only on...
Oz? Yeah, no, he made guest appearances on 30 Rock, Law & Order SVU, Sex and the City. But he started his career in 2010 as Mayhem.
Okay.
And the number 1. You want to take a guess?
Number 1?
Yes.
I would have said Flo, so I would have been wrong. Or I am wrong, I should say.
Any commercial person that you think is the number 1, I'll give you a number. He makes $8 million. $8
million number 1.
There's a lot of commercials out there, so you got to think hard about this one.
I don't watch enough TV.
I don't watch enough commercials. I DVR everything.
Okay. What if I told you that perhaps maybe he was the most interesting?
That dude?
Really?
Yes, the Dos Equis guy, Jonathan Goldsmith, the most interesting man in the world, at number 1 at $8 million.
But he's only in like the last second of the commercial. He doesn't even do anything. And most of those commercials, aren't they on the radio? They're not even on TV.
No, Dos Equis commercials are on TV.
I think I've seen one on TV ever.
No, he's it's Dos Equis. And they're on TV. $8 fucking million to say, I don't usually drink, but when I do,
I prefer the Dos Equis. Yeah, but all right. Well, what about the what the hell was it? Juan Valdez. Wasn't he making mad money?
Apparently, he's probably number 6. He doesn't make the top 5.
Really? Wow, he got shafted.
The whole fucking country drinking all that coffee, and he doesn't get a fucking bean to piss on.
Wow.
Sucks to be him.
Excuse me.
It sucks to be your sleeve right now.
This is true.
Did you get all the snot on it, or just a little bit?
No, dude, it's all. I just painted the walls. Nasty.
Christ,
Uber right in the middle of it. You can tell he's the leader.
Ew.
Fucking snot rocket wiggle.
Grossed out now?
Huh?
Are we grossed out now?
No, not even close.
All right, I'll work on it then.
Okay. So apparently the next story that we have here on the old show prep list ends up being Google apparently can help you bury bodies?
About time.
Really?
What the hell is this all about?
Don't know, Rob. Why don't you tell us?
You're the one who brought it to my attention.
Oh, fuck, really?
Uh-huh.
And I need to show prep. Can you give me like 10 minutes? Because I'm still at Cancel Colbert.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Apparently there are thousands of people a year who want to know how to hide a dead body.
Where the hell oh, here it is. Oh, yeah, that was like the obscure references like of, what was it? Google did results of like the most obscure searches.
Right.
And this one happened to be pretty high up. Oh, God, I sent this to you like 4 weeks ago. No wonder I didn't remember.
Wow, way to break down walls that don't need to be broken down.
Better than building them.
Offering further evidence.
Thousands of people here want to know how to hide a dead body. Offering further evidence of just how creepy internet can be when it wants to be. New research from an Australian search optimization agency, crikey, highlights the oddest things people search for each month on Google. Let me see. When they're not humping kangaroos, they're rating questions. When things don't pop up out of pouches, and searching Google.com. For example, simply typing in the letters "Why do monk" will provide results ranging from "Why do monks shave their heads?" to "Why do monkeys eat bananas?" However, digging a little bit deeper, things got weird. Frighteningly, one of the factors Google autocomplete takes into account. I mean, when these guesses are all right, so the autocomplete that you do is pretty much based off of what most other people are doing. Some of these weird ones are they anywhere on this goddamn list? Okay, yes. All right. According to the data, an average of 1,000 monthly searches for how to hide a dead body, as well as 1,900 searches for how to get away with murder. What does that tell you? People are more concerned with killing you than hiding your body afterward. Let me see. A creepy 110 people a month simply search cat dating.
Cat dating?
Cat dating. Now, is that for a human dating a cat, or is that for two cats dating each other? You know what? I don't care. 390 people want to know how to make their cat love them. Again, I'm a little confused about it, but I'm not really sure I want to explore that any more than I already have. A whopping, that was the word whopping, 18,100 searches on average ask whether Lady Gaga is a man.
Wow.
People still aren't satisfied enough with just the general answer of who gives a shit?
Apparently not, because almost 10,000 people want to know how to mend a broken heart.
Masturbate more.
Give her cab fare afterward, everyone.
Have a chick send you a picture of her boobs and then just jerk off to it.
A whopping 5,400 searches a month ask how to have an affair, while an alarming 40,500 want to know, and they're asking Google, why did I get married? There are also 22,000 people who express hatred towards their jobs, while double that ask for tricks to win the lottery.
There are no tricks to win a lottery. People use Google for stupid searching.
Actually, you know what? It's funny you say that, because I believe the last one here is more than 4,400 people ask Google how to Google.
Wow.
It's like going to McDonald's and asking how to Happy Meal, everyone. Way to go.
We live in a society of assholes. Stupid assholes.
We do live in a society of very stupid people.
Why? I mean, really?
who knows why people Google what they do. There's a website that we featured on my other show.
Which show is that?
On the Curiosity Zone.
Okay.
Where it brings up all of the porn Googles. So anything that people have searched for porn.
Right.
And some of the stuff, it's just spelled wrong. And really just bad. It's like, really? Why would you look for that?
Okay, so I was thinking it was something more of like you typing in the word treats and you putting in like teats, and all of a sudden it comes through as like tits, and you have a whole list of tits. Whoops.
Nope, this is actual stuff that people have, porn that they have searched for. So, like, you know, MILF backdoor.
Sausage pizza.
Yes, sausage pizza.
Let's do that. Let's do that live. I want to see what happens. All right, hold on. So
You go right ahead. Right now I'm looking at 18,000 people a month. Ask Google, why do men have nipples?
So wait, MILF?
Backdoor.
Backdoor. Okay.
Sausage pizza.
Sausage pizza.
You are never going to eat pizza ever again.
And you know what? It auto-corrected and said MILF backdoor sausage pizza and pasta. MILF backdoor sausage pizza boy. MILF backdoor sausage pizza capers.
Ooh, pizza capers.
All right, so let's do pizza capers. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Okay, and the websites that come up end up being pizza. Welcome to Via's Brutelli's VB2go.com. Pizza porn videos on Pornhub. Big Sausage Pizza movies. MILF movie galleries. Big Sausage Pizza, MILF porn movies. Pops, quote-unquote, backdoor delivery and carry-out. And the last one here on maturezilla.com, sausage videos / maturezilla free mature porn tube.
Ox.
Gotta love the pizza delivery boys.
How come nobody can, like, do stuff for cupcakes?
Cupcakes are yummy.
Do you think they're yummy if they come from, like, an ATM machine?
That would be a little weird.
Okay, well, New York City welcomed its first Cupcake ATM for a 24-hour sweet tooth. If you are a cupcake lover, you live in New York City, and you're a fan of machines that dispense things, they have good news for you. Sprinkles Cupcakes, a supplier of gourmet delectables to the elite, including Holly Madison, Mindy Kaling, and Santa Claus. I don't know who that is. Craig, do you know who Santa Claus is?
He's dead. I killed him.
Is giving you what you need, a 24-hour Cupcake ATM. New York's first Cupcake ATM, which can hold 760 cupcakes at a time in 20 different varieties, is located next to the Sprinkles Cupcakes Bakery on the Upper East Side. The cupcakes cost $4.25 in flavors like red velvet, Cuban coffee, banana dark chocolate, and cinnamon sugar. You can also get 2 special mini cupcakes designed for your dog for about $5. It's hardly the neighborhood where people are generally jonesing for a midnight fix, but who knows? Perhaps this machine can turn the UES into Alphabet City of the 70s. Upper East Side, that is. Would you ever go to a 24-hour Cupcake ATM?
I'd go to Little Debbie. I'd go to a 24-hour place and buy a box of Little Debbie's. But not to a Cupcake ATM.
Craig, would you go to a Cupcake ATM?
All right, is it an ATM or a vending machine with a much fancier name?
I would probably go on it's a vending machine with an extremely fancy name.
Yeah, and it's really not even that fancy because they call it an ATM. All right, ATM is gives you money. Okay, if it's giving you anything else, it's a vending machine by any other name. You know, Japan has the craziest shit. You can buy porn out of a vending machine. You can buy food. You can buy, you can buy pets out of vending machines. Okay,
pets?
Oh yeah,
you can buy a little cat out of a vending machine,
like fish.
They're probably dead.
Okay, that kind of brings me to my point, though. Thank you very much. Okay, the vending machines in this country are usually filled with food that is unlikely to be perishable in any way. However, I have seen vending machines that have mold growing inside of them.
Ew.
Oh yeah. Okay, vending machines don't really ever get cleaned. For anybody that doesn't really think about it, all right, again, I'm not a germaphobe, all right, but I've seen disgusting things growing in vending machines because what does a guy do? A guy opens the door once a week, once a month, fills it with new food, and leaves to go do it all over again in like 24 other places and go home. Okay? They don't do anything else, okay, unless you leave a note like we had to do and say, the machine is growing mold, it's disgusting, clean it or get it out of here. That bitch was cleaned the next time, top to bottom, and was cleaned every time thereafter. Now let's transfer this to cupcakes. Okay, you're putting a lot of food that generally has a very short shelf life. I'd say a day at the most, because I would think that the icing and all that other stuff gets really crusty and nasty. How fresh can these cupcakes really be when you buy them? And even if the cupcakes are made fresh, how do you know how clean the machine is in general?
Unless it's
Very good point.
Unless it's an absolutely new machine. I mean...
Yeah, not happening.
Well, you do bring up a good point, but I'd still go and try to get a cupcake from them.
Are we that fucking lazy that you can't go to a counter in even a grocery store and buy a goddamn cupcake? You need to buy it from a machine?
I would honestly... Oh, there are... I mean, around here, around my studio at least, there's at least 2 cupcake shops. And I know through... what do you call it? Through a satellite show in the sky, Ron and Fez, there's a Molly's Cupcakes, which is supposedly really freaking good, like in Chicago, and it's starting to like burst out all over the place. There's one in New York too, so it's like a specialty kind of thing. Those would probably close out all of the local food store bakeries and things like that. I would definitely go to those to get it. But if they actually put an ATM outside, I mean, you only have certain hours, right? To go to a store like that, so you got your 9 to 5. So really, if you're like 2 in the morning and you're jonesing for a cupcake, right? A&P's not going to be open. Walgreens, or your local Target, their grocery thing isn't going to be open. So a 24-hour, cupcake vending machine. I mean, I'm sure it has some refrigeration kind of stuff in there to keep it somewhat fresh, right? You would think.
They would have to.
Put it in your fridge.
Oh, okay, but like at 2 in the morning, where else are you going to get cupcakes if you're really jonesing for it? So let's just put it this way, Craig. If you're freaking pregnant, right, and you don't want pickles and ice cream, you want a damn cupcake, right? And you just have to have one, okay? Wouldn't it be good enough for you to just go over to a vending machine and get yourself a red velvet cupcake and just, stick it up your hoo-ha for pleasure?
No, I'd have a collection of them already waiting in the house for me.
But what if they're not fresh? These might be fresh. I mean, they could have just, stopped by and put a new batch in.
You know what? That just wouldn't happen. Because if that's the situation I'm in, I want to make sure I'm getting a fresh cupcake that's not going to put my health or someone else's health at risk. So I'm not going to go to a dirty machine that I have no idea, the quality I'm getting from that. You're buying a cupcake out of a machine. If you're buying a soda out of a machine, you're not seeing that soda until you've already paid for it, okay? How do I know that the cupcake's not going to fall out of the machine upside down and go splat? How do I know there's not going to be half of a cockroach sitting on top of it when I buy that? I'm sorry, I'm not taking that risk, especially knowing there's another half of a cockroach out there somewhere.
That's disgusting.
I just want cupcakes now.
No. Wait, even after my cockroach comment?
Sure, it's a cupcake.
Big fat cockroach cupcake.
Did you have to put the roach part in there?
No, I didn't. I just thought it, would make it extra juicy.
Ooh, juicy.
And crunchy.
Crunchy.
Ew.
Anybody want to vomit yet? Because I'm really trying.
No, and that's disgusting.
How do you think the cockroach likes it?
Don't really care. Cockroach can die a very, very, very violent death, and I don't care. I just don't want him on my cupcake.
Well, he just wants to live in the cupcake machine and be happy.
Tough noogies. He can live somewhere else.
Tough noogies to the cockroach.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he won't live in the cupcake machine. He'll live right in your bed.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, shit just got weird.
No cockroaches in my bed.
What about crabs?
No crabs in my bed. No bugs in my bed.
What about lobsters?
No lobsters in my bed.
What about...
Oh, wait, you were talking about a different kind of crab. Sorry, Rob. Forget it.
No, that's
Forget
okay.
Lobsters. Cancel lobsters.
That's it. No, you can leave the lobsters in there. Start pinching the clit and stuff. It's fine. Nothing?
Nope.
Nothing.
Somebody wants
I do not want that comment.
Somebody wants to stop the convo.
No bugs, no nothing in my bed.
All right.
My bed's nice and clean.
How about cum shots?
No cum shots in my bed either.
What about snappers?
My bed is nice and clean and pristine.
So where do the cum shots go?
Turn on a blacklight, you'll find them.
Let's move on. We have a new fad with
I'm
our...
not sure if that's a good idea, Rob.
What, moving on?
Yeah.
Why, you have more in the barrel?
No, I just don't. I don't think it's going to get any better.
Oh, it will, believe me. We still have dumpster sex to talk about.
All right, let's dump it out.
But first, we go to a new fad that teenagers are starting to go through. So what? We went through the cutting phase with the emo kids, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We went through all the phases where, the kids are smoking pot and being all, fancy and shit.
Yep.
We can rewind all the way back to the 70s where people were doing, heroin and all that shit and crack.
How about the cinnamon challenge? That one was pretty stupid.
Yeah, we could do cinnamon challenge too. What do you think kids are smoking now?
Poop.
Close in color, but no.
Liquor.
In a rear? Or...
No.
They're
Liquor. Like alcohol.
They're smoking alcohol?
Mm-hmm.
So what, they're soaking a tampon in, Boone's and then trying to smoke it? Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. No. Premio sausage? No, they're putting that in their rectal cavity.
Oh.
No, folks.
I'd rather smoke it.
No, folks.
Are they smoking ham?
No, but
really good.
No, but I could fucking go for a good ham steak right now and some eggs. Fuck you, man. Now I'm hungry.
Ham steak.
No, not a ham wallet. A ham steak. Thicker.
What's the difference?
Few calories. Teens today, to become popular, are now smoking. Drum roll, please. Okay, nobody has drum roll. Coffee.
Smoking coffee?
They are smoking coffee.
Why would you want to smoke coffee?
I don't know. Teens are apparently getting their caffeine fix in a way never thought of before. They are smoking it. Coffee smoking is a dangerous trend that could be going viral among teens. We've heard people of eating coffee beans but not smoking them, as it's taking it to a whole other level. Doctors told WCCB-TV the trend isn't necessarily new, but it has spiked in recent weeks. There are websites popping up online to teach kids step by step how to roll their own caffeine joint. But the side effects can be dangerous, and people have reported troubles breathing. They've reported dizziness, vomiting, and even hallucinations.
Sounds like a good time.
Okay, all right. Kids are reporting those same exact, side effects from whippets, all right, or from anything else. I don't think that this really isn't that old of a thing. I mean, chocolate used to be smoked.
Really?
Absolutely.
I don't know that.
People used to smoke chocolate, because chocolate by itself, without the sugar, it's not very sweet at all. It still has a flavor. If you buy like a chocolate beer, it has more of like a bitter chocolate flavor to it. It's not, like drinking a chocolate milkshake, for example. There are certain flavors you can add to it that'll make it a little bit sweeter, but chocolate by itself is not. So it doesn't surprise me that people would do something like this. And I think some of the fear-mongering over, they're hallucinating, they're vomiting, they're getting, you're getting lightheaded because you're smoking in general, okay? If you take a person who's never smoked a cigar or a cigarette in their life before, okay, and all of a sudden they smoke one, yeah, they might get lightheaded. Yeah, they might vomit, or feel a little off. It's because you're denying oxygen to your lungs, and hence your brain. It's not... I don't think it's quite as dangerous as they're trying to spin it to be. I gotta call shenanigans on this one.
Shenanigans? What? They're actually doing it, or that it's becoming number one on parents' hit lists to try to have their kids stop doing?
No, neither one of those. No, I'm calling shenanigans that it's as dangerous as people say it is. I don't think it's like
Okay.
quite as dangerous as kids doing meth. Is it smart? No, I don't think it's smart at all. But I don't think that it's going to kill them, any more than a cigar, for example.
Okay. Ditzy, anything to add to it, or?
No, I mean, I think that's fair. I ditto what he just said. That I don't think it's as dangerous as what they're making it out to be, and I do think kids are idiotic for doing it. But I guess there's worse things they could be doing.
Like sex in the butt.
Butt sex.
Okay. I was going to make a serious comment, but I feel out of place now.
No, please do. Please do. That's the way we run this thing.
Any different than, people who... Have you ever been around someone who smokes cloves?
Oh, yes. They're so sweet and sickening.
Yeah, right. They're disgusting to smell, but, the people that smoke them think that they're, they're the smartest person in the world. Mm-hmm. I don't think there's anything more dangerous about it than smoking any other over-the-counter item, but... is it the best decision you can make? No, but is it the worst? No, I don't think it's the worst one either. It's just kind of, my opinion, it's just kind of pointless.
So I would like to know if what it does for you. Like, does it make the caffeine hit you harder or faster or anything, or is it just another way of taking in the same amount?
We need to find a kid to actually do this in front of us and videotape it or record him so we can actually have factual evidence for our factual truth show.
There you go. Ask one of your boy toys.
Yeah, Craig, go for it.
Sorry, my list is all dried up. But, no, you know what? In total seriousness, I don't think it provides them with any caffeine intake because they're not ingesting anything. They're breathing in the smoke from when it burns. So how are you taking in any caffeine at all unless, you're accidentally ingesting some of the grinds from the coffee cigarette? And that's got to be minuscule. So in my opinion, all this caffeine that they're getting is probably just all a load of shit.
And it could be. I mean, I would like to know, what's the point to it? I guess if you get lightheaded, that gives you a little bit of a thrill, but there's plenty of ways of getting lightheaded. Shoot, hold your breath. That'll make you lightheaded.
Yeah, but then again, you're going into the kids today having to think about what they're doing and stuff like that. Like they just hear a fad and they're like, "Ooh, I want to smoke coffee beans too."
It might smell. It might have a good smell to it. I mean, in my opinion, coffee just smells awesome. Okay.
I love the smell of coffee, yeah.
It does.
Right.
It does.
So although burnt coffee doesn't smell that good, so I don't know how smoking it would really smell that nice anyway, but that's the only thing I can guess is it might actually smell good. Maybe. But other than that, I have no idea.
Well, you said perhaps the smell might be an enticing thing. What about the smell of dumpster sex?
That's the smell of lovin'.
Wow, chicka, wow, wow.
Police seek couple who had public dumpster sex on St. Patrick's Day.
Did I send you this story too?
No. No, I don't believe so.
I must
but-
have found it then, because I know I read it.
Yeah, another listener sent it in strictly just with the subject heading of dumpster sex, and then when I read that at work, when it comes through on the CWE email, it's like, what? I thought it was spam, but no, it was this news article that fans wanted us to talk about. So a couple decided to screw like no one was watching on St. Patrick's Day. Unfortunately, everyone was watching, because they were in a parking lot behind a Dunkin' Donuts during broad daylight. In Newark, Delaware, the police are seeking an unnamed man and woman caught having sex against a dumpster at the Galleria, a popular shopping center on a major street near the University of Delaware campus. The evidence is all over the internet, in the form of a shaky, somewhat not safe for work YouTube video, and some tastefully censored Instagram photos. The couple is wanted for public quote-unquote lewd acts. Police hopefully point out that they're college-aged and they were wearing green at the time.
Wearing green on St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah, what a concept. What a concept.
That'll be easy to find.
Right next to the old green puke and green shits that people left behind from drinking all that shitty green beer.
Nice.
Whoa! I'm seeing a picture with an interestingly placed shamrock. Dude, he is railing her.
Oh yeah, nice and hard in their shamrock.
Wow! Like he's grabbing like he's actually grabbing a railing, and she's kind of slumped over it, and
he's putting his fucking Toucan Sam up her fucking Lucky Charm, man.
Wow. Wow, he's showing her his hidden leprechaun.
It is that time, folks, that we end this shenanigans for another week. What did we learn this week, coming back off of a 2-week hiatus?
Careful what you say, because it could come back and bite you in the bottom, like Colbert and Louis CK.
Mr.
Some
Wiggle?
people really, really love their premio sausage.
There you go. I have a hunkering for slapping some ass, so I can at least walk in a dimly lit room.
Flo is not paid nearly enough for her commercials.
Okay. Mr. Wiggle?
I will never own a tampon purse.
Why not? It's fashionable. Perhaps you can showcase your tampon purse while you're smoking some coffee.
Maybe I can keep my coffee cigarettes in my tampon purse.
Mm-hmm. Perhaps. Ditzy poo.
Google can help you bury bodies.
Google can also help you find the butt lamp.
This is true.
Google
can help you with anything.
Google can help you Google.
Yes.
Google can help you find out what the fuck the name Google means.
And
I also want to know what Bing means and why I need to use it as a search engine.
Because it's fucking awful.
It is awful.
Well,
although it's the name of a cherry.
Yeah, we just went to vagina right on that one. Wow.
Apparently you can get cupcakes ass to mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yep, good time, right?
Yeah, and apparently Ditzy likes asparagus cum.
No, not at all. And don't have sex near a dumpster. It's not a good choice. Save that for when you get home.
But if you do it on St. Patrick's Day when everybody's wearing green, and when the cops come by, they say, he was wearing a green shirt.
All they want to do is meet a woman who has the same OBGYN gynecologist as her mother, where the doctor can say, hey, you look just like your mom, when talking about her enlarged clit.
Ugh.
Clutch and Wiggle experience is over for this week, folks. Catch us on iTunes, Spreaker, Stitcher. Simply go in your Google or Bing search engines. Just put in Clutch and Wiggle, and you will find an enormous amount of shit having to do with the Clutch and Wiggle experience. Or you can go to cweradio.com, where we are broadcast live each Thursday at 7, along with a whole shitload of other live shows and podcasts. So go ahead and check them out on the show's page. You get their RSS feeds and listen to your, happy in a tizzy. Or you can go to our website, clutchwiggleexp.com, where you can learn the finer things about what our show has gone through in nearly 6 years. Ditzy, it's up to you. What do you got to say going into our last 10 seconds?
Say what's on your mind, people. Don't let somebody censor you, and enjoy your week.
Post-game show is brought to you by Christ, I can't find it. The hell with it.